I don't know if you can pick that up or not, but there's smoke coming from the other side of that tan and brown building there. Obviously some sort of a fire, but it looks like they've got it under control. There was a lot of black smoke coming up, so we're gonna head that way and see what it's about. This is East 5th Street in Dayton, Ohio. We're heading west. This is Kiwi Street. What you see ahead of us is the post office. It used to be the sorting center, but I think they changed the sorting center to Cincinnati, which is kind of weird. If I mail a letter from Dayton, Ohio to Dayton, Ohio, it'll go from Dayton to Cincinnati and then back to Dayton. Used to it would go from Dayton to Columbus and then back to Dayton, because I guess Columbus was the okay. I don't see the smoke anymore, so whatever the fire was, they apparently got it under control. Here, I don't know if you can read the name. This is Tuffy Brooks Sporting Goods, and they've been located here for 50-60 years. I'm not sure how long. You don't see a lot of little local sporting equipment shops around anymore. The reason Tuffy Brooks, watch this guy, he ain't even gonna look my way. Yeah, look, he still ain't even looking my way. I know what the light says, asshole. I never go in front of a car unless I know that person has saw me. Recently, we had a young lady who was riding her bike in the crosswalk with the walk signal for her to go. She was hit and the man dragged her like a half a mile, but obviously that's the driver's fault. You know, the driver he didn't give right away to the pedestrian, probably ran the red light. But even if I have a walk signal, I always look both ways, because motorists do not look out for pedestrians. People are not very good at following simple, basic rules of the road. Especially one that really grinds on my gears is the fact that when the front bumper of your car, when your front bumper crosses a pedestrian sidewalk, you should always be as cautious as can be and look both ways. Generally, people only look in the direction of the flow of traffic. What you see ahead of us is downtown Dayton. It's a small, mid-sized city. We have a population, I think, of about 140,000. When I was growing up in the 90s, we had a population, I think, of closer to 200,000. At one point, Dayton had a population of closer to 300,000. I think I read that at one point Dayton was the 20th largest city in the United States. I believe that was back during the war. A lot of people moved to Dayton to work in these factories and support the war. I'm not sure where all the smoke was coming from, but I don't see it anymore, so it must not have been that bad. And yes, I'm traveling up a one way, but hey, I'm only going one way. What you see in front of you, the Delco Lofts. The building is an old building, but it was renovated, so it looks pretty new. And those are loft apartments, condos, whatever you want to call them. I'm not sure the name of this church here. We're going to ride past where the Dayton Dragons play. They are the single A affiliate of the Cincinnati Reds. I don't know if they have a game today, but you can come up here on game day at like 4 or 5 p.m. and you can watch practice without even going into the ballpark. This is a new hotel. To the right of us. And this is First Street. I don't know why they call it First, because it wasn't. Place here is new, the brewery, Moeller Brew Barn, and that place is new. And it's barely noon on a Friday, and people are already outside drinking. But here we are at Fifth Third Field, or now they call it Day Air Ballpark. They just recently replaced the grass at the beginning of the season here, so it looks nice and new. They take very good care of it. There's the scoreboard there. It's kind of hard to tell on this particular camera, but the field itself is 3 stories below street level. It's kind of hard to tell because it slopes down, that the seating. But apparently the team is in town today because they have the batting practice cage up there. And what this guy here, what they're pulling there is there's like a little a fencing that they put in front of the pitcher when the pitcher is pitching during practice. So he don't get hit with the ball. And that's what they're bringing out right now. Here we're going to circle. We'll circle around the other side here, give you another angle to see the ballpark. These apartments straight ahead are new. Center Field Flats at Water Street. I do believe the seating capacity is roughly 2,800. I can't really remember. But it's a nice ballpark, even though now it's like 25 years old. It's still fairly state of the art. When they first built this stadium, it was very state of the art, very unique in the fact that it was built below street level. At one point, when the NHL was doing a expansion, they proposed the city of Dayton, and they actually had drawings of the proposed what the stadium would look like for the hockey team, and they were going to build it the same way below street level, and it was going to be like glass where you could see down into the rink from the street. This here, we're on Monument Avenue, heading west. I used to think I'd feel funny talking to a camera. People might think I'm talking to myself, but hey man, we got so many crackheads in this city. Talk to themselves. I don't give a shit what people think. What's up, fellas? Right now we have the Celtic Festival going this weekend. So probably not going to be able to get through this way. I think you actually have to pay to get into the festival. I'm not sure. I am not too sure. They have plenty of bathrooms. I've never seen that sign before. Mick Montgomery Way. I don't even know who the hell Mick Montgomery is. Is that the guy that founded the county or something? I know the guy that founded Dayton is Jonathan Dayton. These here are pretty cool little water features. These water features represent the Miami-Erie Canal, which used to run, I think, all the way, I don't know how far north it used to run, but I do know it ran from Dayton all the way to Cincinnati. The canal was actually how Dayton kind of came about, is people from Cincinnati traveling up the river saw Dayton as a good land to build a community, I guess, and here we are. I'm on a bike, but even if I were on foot, them people, they would not have yielded for me. Sure, they had a green light to go ahead and turn, but it's like basic driving. Something you learn before you even get behind the wheel is you always give right away to pedestrians, but they don't follow that too much anymore nowadays. Here's a little bit of view of downtown. I don't know if you can see that or not too well. Here's an Oak Street Health van. I bet they have Chicago, Illinois plates. Yep, they have Illinois plates. Every time I see one of them Oak Street vans, they always have Illinois plates. I'm not too sure what's going on here. This is the library. I think this library was built in 2015 or 16. I'm not too sure. I didn't live in Ohio when it was built. But this is the public library. Hello. Board of Developmental Disabilities. Alright, well, since I'm out, I really didn't plan on recording today. I was actually out shooting basketball and I happened to have my camera in my bag, so I decided to start recording because I saw a big bunch of smoke in the air, and so I was going to go see what that was about, but apparently they took care of that. So I figured since I'm out, I got the camera out, we'll just film cruising around for a few minutes. Gem City Key Shop. Who still uses keys? Everything's a key fob now. Straight ahead there's Jefferson Street. We are currently on 4th Street and we're heading west. We're about to cross Jefferson Street to the right over there. That's the RTA bus hub, Regional Transit Authority bus hub. This is where all the buses, the city buses, pretty much congregate. I'm surprised they are not using this for the Celtic Festival. This is the Levitt Pavilion. They hold a lot of free concerts here during the summer months, the warm season. I do not know why on earth they are not using this for the Celtic Festival, because during the Celtic Festival they have concerts and clog dancers, and it would make sense to use this, but what do I know? I'm just some schmuck on a bike riding around with a cigarette. This is Main Street. We're looking north, but we're going to head south. Since I'm in the area, I'm going to do a little bit of a bike riding tour of the historical Oregon District neighborhood. This building in front of us is the Dayton Convention Center. That's the beginning of West 5th Street. Construction going on here, doing some renovations on the convention center. This in front of us is I don't know the name of the hotel. It's had so many names through the years, but this is generally the spot where when famous people come to Dayton, Ohio, a lot of them stay there. It looks pretty dated from the outside, but they do have some pretty high-end suites. This building here used to be the Greyhound station. They moved it probably over a decade ago to the west end of town. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed our little bike ride around town, downtown. Tune in for the next video. I'm going to do a tour of the Oregon District. I'm going to start off going down East 5th Street, which is the same street I've did a video on previously. But we're going to go through the neighborhood, and you're going to see some nice historical homes and such. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.